My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, as the winds give benefit and convey his assistant, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, in the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion and a toy in blood, a violet in the youth of primy nature, forward, not permanent, sweet, not lasting, a perfume and supplence of the minute, no more.
No more but so?
Perhaps he loves you now, and now no soil nor coddle doth besmirch the virtue of his will. But you must fear. His greatness weighed, his will is not his own. For he himself is subject to his own birth. He may not, as unvalued persons do, carve for himself on his choice depends the health and safety of this whole state.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep as watchman to my heart. But, good my brother, do not as ungracious pastors do. Show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles, like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself a primrose path of dalliance, treads and recks not his own reed.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long, but here my Father comes. A double blessing is a double grace. Occasion smiles upon a second leave.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard for shame. The wind sits in the shoulders of your sails, and you are stayed for. There, my blessings with thee. And these few precepts in thy memory. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his action. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. And those friends thou hast, in their adoption tried, grapple them into thy soul with hoops of steel. But do not dull thy palm with entertainment of each new-hatched, unfledged courage. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bear to that the opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly is thy habit as thy purse can buy, not expressed and rich. Fancy, not gaudy. For the apparel oft proclaims a man, and they in France, of the best rank and station, are the most generous and select chief in that. Neither a borrower nor lender be, for loan oft loses both itself and friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly I take my leave.
The time invest you. Go, your servants 10.
Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is Ophelia he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching my lord.
Mary well bethought, 'tis told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you, and you yourself of your audience been most free and bounteous. If it be so, as so 'tis put on me, in that way of caution, I must tell you, you do not understand yourself so clearly, as it behooves my daughter and your honor. What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late made many tenders of his affection to me.
Affection? You speak like a green girl, unsifted in such perilous circumstance. Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
I do not know, my lord. What should I think?
Mary, I will teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have taken these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tend yourself more dearly, or, not to crack the wind of the poor phrase, you'll tender, running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
My lord, he hath importuned me with love and honorable fashion.
Aye, fashion you may call it. Go to, go to.
He hath given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows to heaven.
Aye, springs to catch woodcocks. I do know, when the blood burns, how prodigal the soul lends the tongue vows. And few, Ophelia, do not believe his vows, for they are brokers. Not of that dye which their investments show, but mere implorers of unholy suits. Breathing like sanctified and pious bawds, the better to beguile. This is for all. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth, have you so slander any moment leisure as to give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you. Come your ways.
I shall obey, my lord.